I was playing racquetball with my then 12 and 13-year-old sons who seemed to have severe ADD that day. The last game ended with my youngest son running and jumping to hit the ball near the corner, but somehow ends up kneeing himself right in the face. He drops his racket and collapses to the ground while my oldest son and I are dying from laughter. The ball bounces over to us, and my oldest son hits it with his racket, still laughing at his brother. Next thing we know, the ball bounces off the wall and hits him right in the face, and he goes down as well. Now I'm the only one left standing, hands on my face, laughing and shaking my head at both my sons' misfortune. My older son grabs the ball and casually hurls it at me, hitting me right in the balls. Now all three of us are doubled over on the ground in a unique mixture of whining and laughing. I was working at a video rental store back when I was in college many years ago. It was an afternoon shift on a Saturday, and I had just finished cleaning the large windows at the front of the store when I watched this guy and his smoking hot girlfriend pull into the parking lot in his convertible. He proudly struts out of the car, and the two of them start walking towards the store. His girlfriend is headed towards the propped open front door, but he isn't. He's headed right towards me, standing on the other side of a nearly invisible clean window. I try to put my hand up to warn him, but he's not paying attention. Boom! Face first, right into the glass. The look on this guy's face was like he'd just taken a punch to the chin. He stumbled back, not knowing what had just happened, until he saw me on the other side of the glass, laughing my ass off. They didn't come in and rent a movie. They just got back in their car and left. I cleaned the smudge off the window, but unfortunately no more incidents occurred.
A few years ago, I was road tripping with 4 friends from central New South Wales to Sydney. Me, being of small stature, got stuck with a terrible middle back seat. We're driving through Lithgow, waiting on traffic to turn right and back to the highway. A man walks in front of our car. This man, it seemed, was dressed like Crocodile Dundee. None of my friends seems to notice, but I did. I swear he had the shirt, boots, a Kubra hat, dangly corks and all. As he passed the car, I yell out the window, "You call that a knife?" Like lightning, Dundee spins around with this look of pure rage on his face and bellows, "What did you say?" At this point, he is about 5 good steps away from the car that had suddenly become dead silent, as I hear my friends' thoughts penetrating my mind, all of them asking me what the hell I had just got them into. I am also remembering my small stature and inability to escape, given my central seating position and the traffic in front of us. This guy suddenly looks 10 feet tall, and my friends see it too. An awkward eternity passed, probably only 3 seconds. I try telling him, "Don't worry mate, just a joke." But I stumble my words. He can tell I'm scared. He knows he's won. Dundee turns, as if to walk away, but he doesn't. He reaches deep into his pants. He's drawing his freaking knife. He turns back to us and pointed right towards us. Is the biggest, baddest, sharpest, shiniest index finger I've ever seen. He waves it in the air and says, "This is a knife." The awkward silence erupts into laughter, and Dundee laughs too. It took me 20 minutes before I could relax enough to eat. Funniest moment of my life.
So I'm in the cinema watching Return of the King. It was opening weekend. And the cinema is packed to capacity. Of course, it's a 3-hour plus movie with no interval, so by the time we get to the "My friends, you bow to no one" moment, people are shifting around uncomfortably in their seats. Anyways, fast forward 10 minutes, and we're at the Grey Havens, and Frodo drops the bomb that he's getting on that boat as well. The entire theater is silent, aside from the odd sniffle here and there. Any thoughts of answering the call of nature are temporarily on hold whilst this bittersweet parting scene ensues. Well, all except for one poor guy who is practically crab walking down the aisle at speed. Clearly nature isn't only calling, but practically kicking down the door. Anyway, this guy gets halfway down the aisle steps before his defenses are breached, and he lets rip one of the loudest farts I have ever heard. We're talking a bona fide blue ribbon winner. He didn't step on a duck, he squished the whole damn flock. The whole theater heard it, and most of us were in absolute tears. Even if the man finished up his business in the bathroom in time to catch the last few minutes of the movie, I'm sure he decided to not return out of embarrassment. A friend of mine stopped to use a rest stop outside of Chicago, He enters a stall and sits down to do his business. There's nobody else around except for a guy in the stall directly next to him. The guy in the next stall says, in a totally casual way, "How's it going?" Okay. It's a little strange to have the guy in the next stall over say something, but this was just a fellow traveler, and they were the only two in the restroom. "Oh, I'm doing okay," said my friend. The guy in the other stall says, "So where are you headed?" "Oh, I'm just passing through Chicago on my way west." "It's great to have this good weather," the guy in the other stall says. "So, you have anything planned in the city?" "No, Chicago is a nice place, but I'm on a business trip." "No time to spare on this trip," said my friend. And the guy in the other stall says, "Say, could I call you back? Some asshole in the next stall is answering all my questions." My friend finished up as fast as he could and got the hell out of there.